Smith Show. We are live tonight, and we don't have any guests to talk to. We love our guests, but tonight we're here to talk to you. We are reaching out to people on Reddit. We have put our phone number everywhere, including in the title of this show, and we mean it. You want to call in, give us a call. We want to talk to you. Any question you have about any type of relationship, could be marriage, romance, friends, family, work, whatever you need to talk about, any advice you need on your relationships, please give us a call, 412-254-4829. We're ready to take your call live, and we want to talk to you. And Vimeo just keeps on failing on us. So if nobody watches Vimeo, right?
Everybody does. There's millions of people on Vimeo right now. Like, that's our biggest bread and butter.
Well, we should fix that. We should
call Bill Vimeo. Do it.
More people than DLive.
Kick is not working.
We got kicked from Kick.
I didn't know if Kick ever worked, honestly, but
no, I don't think it did.
That's a double.
Well, we'll work on that. So, hey, everybody out there, I know we have some viewers already. Again, this is a live call-in show for any relationship advice you might need. Could be about your spouse, could be about your girlfriend, could be about multiple wives, whatever you have going on in the romance department. We're here to talk with you. We're a positive, sex-positive show. We also can talk to you about your work relationships, your friendships, your family relationships. We handle it all. We want to talk to you. We want to help out if you need help. If you have comments, if you're a fan of the show, you've watched previous episodes, you had some questions, have some questions about previous guests, we are ready to talk to you. I want to hear from you. This entire night is phones open. We want to talk. Right, Josh?
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you hear back from either of our guests last week?
I have not heard back from Ian. I imagine he's very busy. I know you've signed up for his show on YouTube.
I have.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I really am. Like, that was I really enjoy. I love the fact it's as I mentioned with him that I have run independent movie nights, and I've worked with a lot of independent producers and writers and directors, at least viewing their material to put it live in front of people in the theater. And I've seen a lot. And his impressed me from the start. His writing, I love. The direction, the camera work, editing was slick. I liked everything about it, and I can't wait for that first episode. Again, I think it's next month on the 5th. The YouTube channel is linked in our previous video. Also, I updated our therelationshipsmith.com website, so I have a link to him there. And I did hear back from Natalie. She's doing great. She loved being on the show. She's been retweeting our stuff. I've been retweeting hers.
Natalie.
Natalie's amazing. I'm so glad we got to meet her and talk with her about
Absolutely.
what it's like to be an actual cam girl. And I'm quite positive if you find her on Twitter or X, what are they calling it now? Twitty. Elon's gonna steal that from me. I know it. He's just gonna start doing that. Because X is just dumb. It's like naming your bar. Like, nobody. It makes things harder to find when you don't have a unique brand name. And I guess he doesn't. I guess it's not a problem for Twitter right now. Not a lot of people are looking for it. So I think it's now 70% news organizations looking for people outraged so they can write a headline about how people are outraged about something. So,
some news organizations, a lot of them,
but hey,
we're ditched it already, huh?
They're still, if Bronny James gets on there and says something like he saw God, they're gonna be back on Twitter, reusing the content, and they just need a sensational enough headline to run back to him.
Bronny James.
Threads isn't taking over. It doesn't seem like
you don't think?
No, it doesn't look like it. I almost checked it out. I was like, at least it's not Elon. Then I realized it was Facebook, and I was like, I don't want it. I'm done with them both.
When I hear
even though we're streaming on Twitter right now.
Yeah, it's the one thing that blows me away about this is, like, we're trying to rely on, like, these gentlemen of a certain billionaires trying to start something hip and gather people to show up to their thing, and it's like, that's not how this works, guys. It's like there's nobody gonna be like, there's a certain person who's 85 years old or whatever, ex-politician who has his own social media, and it's like, that's not gonna get. I mean, you're gonna get your fans, but you're not gonna get, like, other people, and that's other people is the group you want to hit, because it's like when you open a restaurant, that's the hip thing. Everybody wants to go to do that. And if I say hip again, fire me from this show. but that's it gets butts in seats. Nobody wants to
Well,
go to the same old
I'm gonna cut
thing.
your paycheck by half.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like they've now lost the edge, including Reddit. That CEO, like Spaz, whatever. I don't know what's going on there because I understand that the board said, "Hey, we invested a lot of money. We want to see money come back," and he has to make changes in order to make money. And I've seen the advertising change. Their app is now pushing ads when you click on your avatar, little things like that. And I see more of it. And I get it; they have to make money, but to absolutely disrespect your community in the process of it, that's like if they want to protest, let them protest. Don't threaten to take over their subs. Don't these people built Reddit. Somebody created that sub, it got popular, and it's the reason people come to Reddit, and you're going to take it from them. I don't that's what killed MySpace whenever they started taking the people that built the company for granted and just stopped caring what they wanted and did what they wanted because it would make an extra nickel. It killed it. That's the reason we have Facebook, because MySpace stopped caring about the user base, and that is relationship related. Believe it or not, I don't know how Reddit's going to get through this well.
I'm just pausing. I was going to wait. Yeah, it's like I think I sent you a message earlier this week where it was just like, at this point, I think they're trying to upset Hammer. So Nathan, sorry, I was just like every time I saw something else, Nathaniel.
Fuck. Now you're getting no pay this week.
Oh no! What am I going to do? All them was it the D Live, whatever they call lemons?
The lemons, yeah. Your lemons are cut off, man. You're gonna get just.
How is D Live doing? We haven't shout out to D Live.
We are on D Live. We're live on D Live right now, and if you're on D Live, man, call in because I want to know why you're still on D Live. Let's talk about that relationship.
Oh, right out of the gate, building bridges.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now. Okay, I'm gonna go back to doing my thing, guys.
You do your thing. You get people to call in, and again, that the number you see listed on the subject of this stream, 412-254-4829. We are. You can give us a call right now. Don't believe us? Give us a test. Josh will answer the phone, say hi to you, and then you can ask whatever you want, or I'll say hi to you. Which one do you prefer? You get whoever you want. First caller gets choice. You just can't talk to Zaz because without
that just lost us a viewer.
Yeah. Oh, damn it! All right, you can't talk. You can. I don't know.
I don't know which one of us it was, but yeah, that promise one of them.
Damn it!
50% of the audience gone.
Just with one sentence. Hey, now I feel like a real celebrity. I said the wrong thing to the wrong people. Now I'm not making any money anymore. Speaking of,
that's for sure.
Beep, beep. Oh, you get a call?
No, I put my cup down.
So, I mean, while we're doing this, and I don't want to get too down the gossipy rabbit hole, but one thing I almost threw into our chat just for funsies, and I know Nathaniel, you love to stay away from this stuff, but did you hear about the Ariana Grande and the boyfriend shenanigans? The husband,
I sure did. I didn't delve too much in it because Ariana Grande is. I think she's like the Madonna of trying to manipulate headlines to get attention, so she'll do something outrageous, but not quite really outrageous. Like, oh, I spit towards a donut and I said something about Americans. Like, they're not like real controversies, but like, all right. So here's the thing, and I had this discussion with someone else today. The good news is, the ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife, she never has to ask, what does she have that I don't? Because the answer is millions. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, like, of course he's going to go.
Convincing tan.
Yeah. If my wife left me for Jason Momoa, I'd be like, yeah, of course. Yeah, it sucks, but of course. Come on, look at him. Like, look at this, and then look at him. Like, I would be mad at her if she didn't. Like, you could have been with Jason Momoa and you chose. Come on. Although probably being with somebody that good looking and in that physical shape is probably going to be annoying to people who like to eat French fries and it's. I want to go out like Dwayne Rock Johnson was on. I want to say the Jimmy Kimmel show where he made a claim that he hadn't had candy in like 20 years, and so they made him eat like rope nerds or something. And I was like, I don't want to hang out with him now. Like, he seemed like a cool person, but knowing that he can't even enjoy candy, like, what are we going to talk about? Like, did you try that Take 5 bar? No, it came out after I stopped eating candy. Like, fuck you, Rock. You know, you want a beer? No, that is alcohol, which contains sugar, and I can't.
I feel like your insecurities are coming out right now. I'm just gonna
Sure.
say it. As I'm like doing this, I'm
No,
kind
I
of listening and going,
I think it was a valid point. Dating somebody who was really in shape and takes care of themselves would be annoying. Ladies, stay away from those guys.
Yeah, that's my advice. Get yourself a schlub. That's why I was glad to see the dad bod thing get popular a couple years back, especially, and I think it happened right before 2020. And I'm not sure if those two things are related, but like one was first, and they weren't too far apart. But dad bod became cool. Like, I want a guy who
never became cool.
yeah,
Never.
no,
No.
it's totally cool.
Okay. Sure. So the people who made dad bod cool were the people with dad bods. So like, if we start a Reddit, can we meme this out? Like,
No, I see. Like, I've been beyond dad bod for a couple years. I'm getting down to dad bod again, but so I'm happy. Like, I had a goal to shoot for because I knew I'd never have the abs. I'm also, over 50, so like, there's that. So like, dad bod and over 50, that's a goal I could do.
right.
So so like, it's cool. You shut the fuck up.
It just seems like something like, those the hats that they call them fedoras, but they're called trilbies. And like, you started seeing like, who thought those were cool? Nobody did, but certain people just kept saying it looked cool, so people just eventually started doing it. It's the trill. You know what it is? It's big dad
Onesie.
bod. That's what it is. Onesie.
It's the onesie. Like, nobody thought it was cool, and the only men I ever saw wearing a onesie absolutely wore it. Ironically, like, this is hilarious. Like, it was meant to be a joke. It wasn't like, I'm going to go to the bar and pick up girls with my, other than like, I'm going to pick up girls who have a good sense of humor in my onesie. It was always like, this is what I'm wearing. And it was usually something outrageous too. It wasn't like a normal pattern, or it was like candy canes and pickles. Just
Tim
never
Allen
made
pulled it
sense.
off pretty well in the Santa Claus.
It's I did have a roommate
True.
once who showed up to the bar in a robe. He thought that was pretty stellar, and he did pull.
It started
conversation.
Started conversations. Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely a thing that happened on that day.
There's a problem, and I think the bathrobe might do it, where you go too far to stand outside of it. So like, we used to hang out in an area called South Park, and teenagers would cruise past in their cars, and you'd pick up girls, and girls would pick up guys, and you'd set up parties, and big social thing for teenagers who weren't allowed anywhere else in the world. Like, they had to just hang out in a park. There was always, every year there was one person who showed up with like fucking a kitten. Like, they were trying real hard, like, just come talk to me. I'm different. I have and one guy had a ferret. That was me. I had a ferret.
You brought a ferret with you to the bar?
I had ferrets. As a teenager, I had like 3 rescue ferrets.
Stop. Okay, listen. If anybody gets anything from listening to the show, stop bringing wildlife to parties. Stop it.
No, not a party. South Park. It was a outdoor park.
We had my daughter's birthday party there last year.
It's a nice place.
One of the pavilions.
No, you didn't have it. I was at your daughter's birthday party last year.
Yeah, wasn't it out there?
It wasn't South Park. It was Boyce. It was up near Campbell's Run Road.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. We head down to South Park.
South Park, I could have found you in 5 minutes. Like, I don't know that. That's a beautiful park, by the way, the one you guys are at. I just have never been there. It is deep. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, like, it's a great park. So I was glad you gave me a reason to go check it out. But South Park's also huge. It just doesn't have enough spaces. And I'm sure you're all listening, riveted. And the only way you can change this conversation is if you call in right now, 412-254-4829. Don't laugh.
I'm gonna have to step
laugh.
Can't laugh.
You can't laugh because it's just gonna happen.
Not funny.
10 times more. Gonna have to edit that out. So anyway, I did see the Ariana Grande thing. I don't have a lot of opinion. I mean, like, she's mega rich. She gets, the average slub who's never been in like a tabloid column before. Like, he's gonna say yes, probably.
Hey, I'm sorry, really quick. Can Zaz still hear us?
I guarantee he's never gonna let it walk away with us talking.
No, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
See,
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Can anybody else in the room hear us?
No,
Damn it!
because I was just about ready
Go
to.
away again.
I was just
Just
going
forget
to read an article, but I guess Park Talk is taking over for tonight.
you could read the article. I was schlubbing for you as you sent out invites to call into the show. So
I appreciate it.
just trying to give you a break because you've been working really hard lately, and you're my sweetie. I should check in. I should validate your work and your concerns, and make you feel like you're necessary, even when you aren't.
Thank you. Oh wow, that's
I didn't say you were. I said it could happen.
It could happen. It could, but it's most likely not. But it could.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe. I mean,
Most
odds
likely.
are at one point.
Half a chance.
You know.
Oh, hey, I'm back. All right, cool. All right.
What do you want to read at us?
I did send out, like I said, sent out a few. I don't want to read anything off that could be coming back to talk to us, but I do find a couple of these pretty interesting. I might just bite the bullet and just do this one just for funsies.
Do it.
Okay.
Even if they call in, I don't care anymore. Like if we read it and then they call in, I'll change my advice because let's be fair. I'm interested in how the advice changes when you have more interactive. When you guys say, so how old? I had a lot of questions. If you want to read, go ahead. Just interrupt me.
Let's not find a question where that's one of the sticking points.
Well, that was this big thing that I ran into this week while giving advice. A lot of people are like, so my ex did this and blah, 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 and then just unfollowed me and then did this and liked this picture. What does it mean? I'm like, you dated this person for a year and you're asking us what we think, and you haven't even told us the age, what part of the country, sometimes in some of them, not even how long they've been together, and you want us to guess what they were thinking. If you don't have an idea better than ours, you shouldn't have been together in the first place. We can't tell you what somebody else is thinking. And I get that they're probably looking for more of a poll answer, like, well, when some people do it, it's because they're drunk. When other people do it, it's because they're looking for a booty call. When some people do it, they're questioning a relationship. Like they were looking for maybe those one or two answers that gives them a little artificial hope that things aren't as bad as they are.
Yeah.
So I ran into a lot of that. So if somebody like that were to call, I would have more questions and maybe be able to answer that question. But like within a format like Reddit, you have to ask so many questions, and there's so many people that post questions and never even, like, I could post a question and never hear back. I could even be the only person to ask the question or any question or respond, and they don't come back because they posted what they wanted to, and then they'll check again in a week. Fair enough.
So I'm going to post this. I might have to dip for a second just to sweep to make sure I don't have any other visitors. But
so those aliens are real.
Yeah, we can talk about that if you want to for like 10 minutes. Like that was a strange thing that happened this week that was, I don't know if it was news or it wasn't news. I'm like, we didn't find anything else. It was, but was it?
It was organism.
There's 3 people that have some credentials that were testified under oath in front of a lot of people that can do a lot of,
Yeah.
So listen, I'm not ready to say yes, they're aliens. We've captured alien technology and we have alien bodies. I'm not willing to say that because not one of those people say that they saw the alien bodies or they interacted with the technology. It was just like, that's what the papers say. And of course, that could also be a deep misinformation campaign for something else. So,
right. Anyway, so speaking of which, my husband, male 38, follows inappropriate pages on Instagram, and I want to confront him. 34 years old.
Confront.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. They start with confront.
Yep. I've been married for a few months now. And I occasionally look at who my husband is following on Instagram and notice that he keeps following inappropriate pages. He never followed these pages before we got married. He's always on the phone for hours, and it really bothers me. We have a good sex life. I don't have the most perfect body, but I'm not overweight. How do I confront him? And I don't like this and see it as a form of betrayal without him turning the tables on me and accusing me of snooping.
You did snoop. That's the thing. Like, you can't accuse him of betrayal when you betrayed him. You know what I mean? Like, yes, maybe in your eyes he did something wrong. In his eyes, you probably did something wrong too. And you're not going to get around it. You can't, you can't like accuse him of something bad, but I'm fine. What I did because I found something, so therefore I'm right. It sounds to me very much like these two didn't talk about the use of erotic imagery, pornography, or even masturbation before they got married. They should have had this discussion a long time ago, well before marriage. What does he do? What does he enjoy? And he should have been honest. If they did have this talk, and if he's one of the people like, I never use pornography and I never masturbate, I like real women. He lied. There are men who don't like pornography and don't masturbate, but this guy apparently has lied because he's at least going down the rabbit hole a little bit, even if he hasn't seen actual porn or we've found any evidence of masturbation. But there's a conversation that didn't happen, and it should have happened before marriage.
Right.
The other problem here is that she wants to confront him. Of course, that's not how you resolve problems. That's not how you discuss things. You don't confront somebody. I found this, and you're a bastard, and I hate you, or whatever your idea of confrontation is. It should be a discussion. Like, hey, listen, I know you're going to be mad. I'm in the wrong. I snooped through your phone. That's not okay. We'll talk about that. But what I'm upset about is I found you doing this on Instagram, and I see you using your phone more. And I think the third thing. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Maybe I missed this part, but was she snooping through his phone, or can you see what people follow on Twitter and stuff, like just by looking at their profile?
Yeah, you got me there. I don't know. I don't use the Instagrams myself, but whatever the device might be. But she was. I mean, she's admitted that however she did it, it was a snoop. It was, and it is like in some ways she opened up a private investigation.
I guess it just depends on. I mean, the level there certainly, because Hammer disappeared. There you go. Now you're back. Maybe it's just my side, but because snooping through, opening his phone, knowing the code, opening the phone and looking at something is one thing. But if there is a public profile that she looked at from her husband,
it's a different thing. But
certainly snooping. But those are two very different things. And
they are, but the other one is still, in my mind, like a betrayal of trust. It's your wife followed you around when you were doing errands one day. She didn't break any laws or rules, but she's still eyeballing you a little much. But you're right. They are two different things, and it's very valid to point out. But the way she phrased it, it sounds like she knows it's snooping in some way. So that's why I went that route. Like I see it often with the broken up people. Like I follow his Instagram. I do this, and I saw that he's now posting these things. That to me is also an invasion of privacy. It's much less like you are pointing out. So yeah, I totally agree with that. If it's just like I looked at his profile and I saw that he's liking these things, and it's still not the greatest trust that you're building when you do stuff like that. Again, that's stuff they should talk about. If it's actual snooping, she has to take her lumps. I'm sorry, they're going to discuss it. They're going to argue it. She's going to have to draw new lines and accept the fact that she should only be married to somebody she trusts. If she doesn't trust him, it's going to poison the marriage. I am not saying to get divorced. I'm saying if you're married to somebody you don't trust, that lack of trust will poison your marriage. It will poison any relationship. You'll spend too much time being a private investigator and not enough time being a loving, trusting person. You'll accuse them randomly, maybe not like, I know you were cheating, but you might say, so I noticed that you did this thing, but you said this thing. And it might be a minor thing where he was 10 minutes late because he got a car wash and forgot to mention it. Whatever it is, it starts adding doubts and poison, and it destroys things. So they need to get that out of the way. They need to figure out how to communicate better. And then finally, she needs to realize he is who he is. And if they didn't talk about it before marriage, too bad. Well, this isn't even final. She cannot dictate to him what he does with his body and his mind. She might dislike it. She might want to leave him because she hates it that much. That's different from saying you can't look at porn anymore. You can't masturbate anymore. That's controlling somebody. If they continue to do it and you don't like it and you lose respect for them and you have to leave, it's okay to say, listen, I don't know if I can be with somebody who does this. But there's a fine line to walk when having that discussion. The final thing I wanted to bring up for her is this. Guys, it's not your body. It's not your body, ladies. It's absolutely, guys do not masturbate because they're not happy about who they're with. They don't masturbate to people who look better than you because they look better than you. It's all a fantasy. They're never going to meet this person. If you're going to masturbate to somebody, make them fucking hot. Don't be like, I get it if you like girl next door stuff, and I like the girl next door look. I like amateur. I get that, but you're not going to force yourself to not go for what you like either. You married the person you married because you love them. You love their body, all the things involved with them. He's not don't compare yourself to an Instagram model, a porn star, or anybody else. That's people don't masturbate to everyday things. They masturbate to fantasy. And I think putting that they look different from me thing on him adds way too much argument. And it's not a fair argument. And it's not a good argument. And it's not fair to you to compare yourself to these people. He'll never talk to them. He'll never meet them. They're not, hopefully, they're not really real people. It's a fantasy thing. So I think it would also be weirder if he masturbated to somebody who looked exactly like her, like your wife. Hey, it's okay, honey. She looks like your twin sister. So don't feel bad. That would be creepier, I think. So
Did we?
it's a short question, but a long answer.
I think we discussed this on our other show, but I don't know if we've discussed it on here. The old George Carlin bit about how growing up, all of his buddies kept talking about all the hottest movie stars, and they always fantasized about the the biggest models of the day, but not me. George Carlin said, I always thought about the girls in the neighborhood. It was exciting.
No.
Hey, this could happen.
Yeah. That's why
A
if
great
you're
bit,
if you're gonna do the hall pass thing, like make it a neighbor,
Oh my god!
not Jennifer Aniston.
Psychologically, that's gotta be just right in someone's head.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've never we had this discussion before. The whole hall pass thing. We have yet to know anybody, meet anybody, or talk to anybody who has actually used a hall pass for real, more than just fantasy talk about your favorite celebrity. I'm curious. I'm also curious. Like I know it was touched on Friends. Like if anybody out there has met somebody on their hall pass, a celebrity, and said, "Listen, I'm like Ross Geller. I have your name on my list." Like, has that happened to anybody? Like, if I had, say, Jennifer Lawrence on my list, and for whatever reason I go to a restaurant, Jennifer Lawrence is there, man, it would be hard not to tell her, but I can't think of a way that it wouldn't be creepy as fuck. So I'm just curious if anybody actually went that far.
Right.
I don't know.
just send her a drink and make the waiter tell her.
Hey, that guy over there has you on his list. He can fuck you. Yeah, he's waving right now and winking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's odd, but not odd, but just literally near the almost identical same time, right? Only a couple hours apart, 1 hour apart. Someone else posted, my girlfriend is always on Instagram. How should I read this? I've been dating a girlfriend for 2 years now, and she really has an issue. She recently had an issue with her family and moved to her parents' house, which is quite a distance away. We communicated daily. She wishes me in the morning and in the evening when she hits the bed. So she's not much of a social person from the start. I mean, posting about oneself. She just has an account with a single picture on it. Most of the time, she's just scrolling through reels and whatnot. She's using Instagram a lot lately. Like when I text, she responds on time or within a few seconds of the delay. But she's always on Instagram. Maybe I'm paranoid. I don't know, but it's kind of getting to me. A couple of days ago, we indulged in virtual sex over a call on completion immediately right after when we decided to take showers and return. With a delay of, let's say, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, she's online on Instagram. And after 10 minutes, she calls me up. The same during work. She takes online classes whenever there's an instance where the student is solving exercises or quizzes, she's online. I know this pattern is very much in line with addiction, but I'm paranoid that she's lined up with men, is talking to them on the side. Wow, that took a jump. I didn't expect that. I honestly didn't see that coming.
I was hoping it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I thought this was all about addiction, but there was a time, it was a while ago, where she accidentally sent a screenshot of her chat while trying to screenshot something else. Here we go. And I was the only chat head that was present in the message box.
I don't know what that means.
It was a solo thing. Like she was going to send a message, but didn't. Are my insecurities plaguing my mind, or is there something really going on? I've never been insecure before, and this is something new. Wow, I did not see that coming. That was like a plot twist right at the end. Going, yeah.
Well, if you want to take it, Josh, first, I can do that.
Yeah, sure. There's a very easy answer. It was a 2-part question. The first part is yes, and the second part is maybe.
Wow, that's good. All right, next question.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to agree that yes, you are suffering insecurity, but I can't tell if she's doing something in her. I doubt she is, right? Because it seems like she's on all the time, and any guy she might be involved with online wouldn't be around all the time. Hopefully, like he's not just sitting there 12 hours, 24 hours a day whenever she picks up the phone after sex or before work, and is just chatting with her or whatever they do on the Instagrams. I would say no. She's probably. I hate to use the word addiction. I'm not a counselor. I can't assign that diagnosis to somebody.
Right.
She might have something like addiction. It might be anything. That's her escape, and it seems like it's one app that like the way he's describing it, that she really enjoys, and they've figured out her algorithm, and they've got her hooked. Like that's what they do. That's their job, is to get you hooked to these streams. And I think she might have a problem there, and that's actually how I would approach it. I would say, listen, you're on a lot, and it's actually making me think that there's a problem either with you or our relationship. But either way, I think it makes me wonder what kind of person you are, that you're online and this is just sucking away your attention so much that 5 minutes after sex, you have to be on again. I would bring it up because it's bothering him. And I think that's fair to say. I don't necessarily want to be in a relationship with a woman who is addicted or looks like she's addicted to social media. I need somebody who can use it, but not just run to it every second. So I think it's fair for him to bring that up. Is she cheating? I can't tell. I don't think so. It doesn't sound like it. But again, I could be wrong. Is he insecure? Absolutely. Because when he made that jump from she's on it a lot, I'm worried about her. Also, maybe there's dicks involved. That's made me think like, yeah, you're insecure, because I don't know why you would jump there that fast unless he has a lot more and he was just kind of avoiding bringing it up.
Let's stress one more time that we definitely cannot assign any diagnoses, but it does sound like an addiction, and this person would certainly not be the first person to suffer from that and social media addiction. However, the question that usually follows that, and again, not doctors, no diagnoses, is why. There's a reason that addiction happens. Like, is there something else that's missing there, or that isn't being fulfilled? That should be the bigger question. Like, what can you or do to help, or that may be the better question in the end. Is what can be done to help the root cause instead.
Yeah, and some of that might be one. You got to talk to her, or at least get her to think that. Not get her to, but talk with her about like, would you benefit possibly from seeing a therapist just to find out if there's an issue? If you are doing this too much, should you, like ask her if she wants to look into it just because it's worrying you. I think is fair.
Yeah.
Or start small. Lock your phone, leave it at home, and go for a walk for an hour.
You won't believe this.
It's an easy one. Walk around the neighborhood without your phone. Take an hour.
What won't we believe? Is there a third?
Yeah, sorry, Zaz. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Now, there's one I've been wanting to get to, but there's a third Instagram related post. And this one's about threesomes.
Well, we've been answering the Instagram ones really great so far because we're all really familiar. So this is working great.
This is really, and it's I'm blown away because we always had our meme which was the stuff about coworkers and coworkers showing up and whatnot and hookups. And now today it just seems to be blowing up. And I'm texting these people, just reaching out to see if they want to have a conversation. But this one caught me off guard. My boyfriend, 31-year-old male, sent a video of me, 29-year-old female, giving him head to another woman and tried to solicit her to have a threesome with us. This was done completely without my permission, without any expression or communication that he wanted to have this experience. He left his Instagram open on his iPad, and I saw the message. He lied to her, and she asked if he had permission from me and talked to her openly about our life. Apparently, he had been feeling disconnected about our sex life, and this was his conclusion to fix it. We recently moved in together, and I have learned that he has a porn addiction. I don't think he realizes this. After confronting him and having a series of conversations, it seems like his behaviors are influenced by him cheating, or by him being cheated on so much on his past relationships. He listened to what I had to say. I had to really explain why what he did was so disrespectful until he finally understood the full effects of his actions. he actively made some changes as a result, but I'm concerned. Like, should I be glad that he can learn and change on his own, or should I be worried that he can't figure it out for himself in the first place? Wow.
I don't. I'm not going to tell you if you should be glad or happy about it, but I'm going to tell you need to leave this guy. He's sending nude pictures of you to other people on the internet. He's
Oof.
actively promoting sex with you to strangers. He's abusing your trust. There's so much wrong with his behavior that I don't know if you can ever fix what's going on. Fine. You don't make excuses that he's been cheated on a lot and he's acting the same way. He needs to get help and then be in a relationship. He shouldn't be in a relationship now. He's broken if he's using his past experiences to punish the people he's with now. He's broken if he's sending out stuff you trusted him with to strangers. There's so much wrong. I don't care if you feel happy or sad that this guy can learn or can change if he's given the right cues. You're going to do that your whole life if he doesn't fix himself first. You will be the person, you shouldn't smack small children. Like, whatever it is that he's not getting because he has a past life experience that tells him it's okay. No, your job is not to make him a better person every single day and every step of the way. That's his job. And then he comes into a relationship being a good boyfriend. I think I would just when she said that he sent that picture, I was at that point. End it. Yeah. There's no respect. There's no trust.
It's a violation. That's a violation. I'm pretty sure there's some legal ramifications with that as well. And even if there wasn't, take that off. Yeah, that's that was hilarious, by the way. Yeah, that once I got to that part of the conversation, it's over. Like, there's no making excuses saying that, because he was cheated on. That's a victim complex.
Only way I would say to continue to try is if there was a marriage or kids involved. If you're just dating, like she didn't say she was married, right?
No, boyfriend.
Yeah. Like, at that point, cut your losses, because this is going to be your life if you do get married. And pushing him into therapy and pushing him into getting all the tools he needs to be a quality partner in a romantic relationship is going to take a lot, and he should do this first and then get in a relationship.
I mean, boyfriend. That's boyfriend sending videos of you to other strangers. That is,
and they're on the internet now. They were always on the internet now. Like, you need to realize that this person you sent it to, maybe she's a good person who didn't delete whatever, but you never know. Maybe her computer gets hacked. Maybe, whatever it is, assume those pictures could be on the internet forever because of him. If him sending it doesn't piss you off enough, that should.
And that's what you know. That's what you know. Imagine what you don't know. And it's
Well, I was going to say,
how many times has he done it?
I mean, we talked earlier about how we heard that there was definitely aliens around. You got to imagine that they've been capturing all of our information and sending it back. So that revenge porn is now on an alien planet somewhere, being dissected by alien scientists.
If the next conversation I read is about alien Instagram, I quit. You don't have to worry about firing me. I quit, because that'll
Hold on, I gotta go do something.
Better than Alien X.
I mean, there was one more. I mean, I don't want to rush through and just start banging off things while I'm reading and posting, but there was one other one I wanted to run by you. It's a shorter one, but it veers away from the Instagram. Finally, I could say I could do that and then give you guys.
We didn't talk about Instagram. Cool.
Yeah.
By the way, just before we go there, I did want to say, I honestly believe that it's because of porn that the aliens don't reach out to us and want to welcome us to the galactic community. They're looking at two girls, one cup. They're looking at they're not just looking at beautiful girl and man massage sex thing. They're looking at all of it, and that's two girls, one cup. That's everything coming out of Germany, which, as far as I know,
I think it was Brazil, wasn't it? That was Brazil.
The first video they decoded was Mr. Hands.
Yeah. They saw goats and they're like, fuck it, we're leaving. Turn this ship around.
And they saw the jar, and then they're like, these people have no pain receptors. We have to get out of here.
Tub girl. Tub it out of here. Wait, do you see what they do to themselves? And they take pictures. Do you want to hang out with them? No. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
I think, guys, we just exposed ourselves in the audience of who
Meme lords.
Right now-
We're
right-
old school meme lords.
Like right now,
Is that
somebody just going through all.
150 eels?
It's 149 now.
And like even when it's not porn, like the sea grapes eating thing that's now popular with ASMR. Like first off, sea grapes are gross. Either they're flavorless or they're gross. I saw some guy do a taste test between the two. Either way, like people just slurp on these sea grapes, like these things that you don't even want to touch when you're in the ocean. Like that, I guess they're edible, so they just slurp on them and pop little balls and
what is wrong
record
with
it
you?
like real. Yeah, like no, like I don't watch it. I just know it exists.
Is this a kink thing? I've never even heard of this, and now I'm like,
It's ASMR, so therefore it's a kink
right.
thing, right?
Okay,
Like,
I got you. I'm picking up what you're dropping. Yeah,
I understand that not all ASMR is kink,
Right.
but it is. Let's
Sure.
be fair.
Sure.
It's titillating you in some way, and it's probably not in a way that makes you want to write poetry.
Yes. Well, I got something I'm going to be
It
looking up
seemed-
after this.
That they taste similar to
Nope.
muscadine grapes?
No. They
Which
taste
would be
fine,
fine, but
fishy salt water. Yeah,
yeah, I don't know
if
how
they
it
have
would
a
be
flavor at
possible.
all. Like the ones that most people get are either dehydrated and rehydrated with whatever water you have, and they're grown in special fats where they're not covered in fish poop all day.
Is this
So,
where we
like,
find
there's
out that
very
you have
different
a sea grape ASMR channel? You're running on the side.
The relationshipsecretbeater.com.
I love it.
You can make
love
sea grape jelly.
Path.
Those are two words that I never thought would.
Well,
ever be
here's the
used
other
in
thing.
same sentence.
Sea grapes are there are sea grapes with a space and without a space. I believe these are with a space and grown in the ocean. The other sea grapes,
Oh.
yeah. So I apologize for that, but they don't eat the other ones in ASMR videos. As far as I'm sure they do. Like it's probably right up there between smashing stuff with your feet and eating massive amounts of things.
Okay, so
People are weird,
despite
like,
my
that's why they-
space, I did have the right one for they are saying that they are mildly salty here. Salty grapes.
No, these are not grapes. They're little balls that grow in the water, like
Yeah,
they're an
Right,
algae.
you're right. It's
Look up
like
sea
a,
grape
it looks
algae.
like a yeah. I'm seeing what they look like. It looks like those shit. What was the Nicolas Cage movie The Rock? They look almost like those the balls.
Yeah, I
they
see. I
pull
know
out.
exactly what you're talking about,
They
you
look like that.
bastard.
Yeah.
Like that is, dude. That's a hard reference, but it totally works. And I've only seen that movie like twice, and it was years and years ago.
That's one of my sick movies. Like that's one of
Yeah.
those movies that I've seen over like 4,000 times, only because it was always on this VHS tape with a bunch of other movies. So when I would get sick, I put the VHS in, and you fall asleep, and you wake up, and I'm like, oh, I've now just watched The Rock for the 500th time. Not because I'm a massive fan of it, but anyway, sorry, I took a step.
Can you tell me what's after The Rock?
There was a movie with Damon
Face Off,
Wayans and
Face Off,
Adam
Face Off,
Adam
Face Off,
Sandler.
Face Off.
Adam Sandler and Damon Wayans. Is it Damon Wayans?
Bulletproof.
Bang.
Damn.
Yep.
That was a
Damn.
good one.
Very
I
good.
mean, it wasn't, but
No.
it was a fun one to watch.
I'm a weird. You guys know this. I'm a weird Damon Wayans stan. I don't think he's ever got the credit he's deserved. I feel like
Damon Wayans is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It's weird that we just kind of went a whole decade and he's been churning out content, and no one's like, this guy's the funniest guy around. Like, period. What we just completely glossed over him.
Hey, speaking of comedy and performers, I got tickets to see John Cleese.
No way. Get
Oh,
out of
nice.
here.
Yeah. And I even went the VIP route. Like I spent way too much money for my wife and I to meet for probably 5 minutes after the show, but fuck it. Like
Nice.
Yeah, you get.
this is probably his last. It's probably his last tour. It's
100%.
this guy, John Cleese, has influenced me my whole life, including, and this is how I could tie it into the show. When I was younger, of course, Monty Python was one of the first things I watched. First off, Benny Hill had boobs. They had boobs. I'm watching both. So thank you, PBS. And it was funny. I actually genuinely got it. My first attempts at writing comedy were 100% ripoffs of Monty Python. My buddy and I sat down and we thought we were writing original scripts, but when it was variations on the same stuff we've already seen. Growing up, when I write comedy, it's Douglas Adams, Monty Python sort of stuff. And then when I first started dating my wife, we were hanging out at her house one evening, and it came on Life of Brian, I think. It may have been The Meaning of Life. But one of those two came on. I watched it with my wife. She'd never seen it before, and she loved it. She thought it was the best thing she'd ever seen. I knew this is the girl for me. So Glad to be going and supporting John. We're running out of pythons.
Yeah, no, it's that's a phenomenal show that you're going to see, and yeah, sadly not make it to the South, but yeah, it's should be a good one.
Yeah.
Speaking of Monty Python, my 29-year-old female wife wants me, a 32-year-old male, to sing a song while she's with her 35-year-old male bull.
Oh, you're looking at the Hot Wife subreddit, I see.
My wife and I are in an open marriage and have been explored
Clearly.
my cuckold side of late.
Oops.
She's been getting regularly pounded by a fit athletic guy who's everything I'm not. I enjoy watching them together and am happy
You
she's
better.
enjoying herself. Absolutely.
Yeah.
However, she's recently made a request. This is the part where I don't know if this is true. I mean, we're gonna
I
go
don't
through
either.
this. I'm sure you've all heard the song "I've Been Waiting for a Girl Like You to Come Into My Life" by Foreigner. She
Well, that's
wants
hard
me.
to sing.
Yeah,
That's a vocal range.
She wants me. Enunciate. She wants me to watch her and her lover and sing to him, "I've been waiting for a guy like you to come into my life." She thinks it would be
Oh.
hilarious, but I find it humiliating. How do
That's
I tell
why
her
you-
this?
I assume that's part of the cuckold experience for this guy because he's already started with he's built better than me and he's pounding her and he's giving her the joy I can't give her. He's into the humiliation thing on some level. If he's not into it on that level, he needs to say, listen, we're going too far in the humiliation thing. I don't think it's for me. But if he's into humiliation, she's giving him exactly what he wants.
We call
she's
this
forcing
move
him to
the
do
full
something.
Weird Al.
With full Weird Al. I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck Al.
Something
yeah.
bitter.
Talk to her. I mean, cuckold relationships are never actually cuckold relationships. They're swinger relationships where you and your wife have special understanding. You have different roles. It's always a guy. She gets to pick. And that's not always the case. Sometimes the husband gets to pick. And sometimes whatever it is, they're basically swingers. There are very few relationships out there where a guy has absolutely no say in his sex life, her sex life, or their marriage. Nobody's locked into this lifestyle. So I'm assuming he can go and have a conversation with her, like, listen, this is going too far for me. I'm not enjoying. I wouldn't enjoy that on any level. We can't do that.
Right.
That's part of the swinging, cuckold, poly, whatever lifestyle is communication, saying what you like and don't like, what you're willing to do and what you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
whether
that's
it's real or not, I don't know, but it's a really interesting one. I like the lyric. I do.
right.
Even if
Somebody
that's
actually
teenage kid,
said-
it'd just not be funny. Good post.
Yeah. Somebody shit one of the only comment on there. They said, so you're saying you have a swinger or a cuckold relationship with your wife, but you're uncomfortable to talk about your feelings and boundaries, which I thought was pretty telling. I was like, wow, that is
very telling. That's no doubt somebody who's been involved. I think they know, like,
Exactly the
you
ins and
wouldn't be a
outs.
cuckold if you couldn't tell your wife what you were into.
yeah. So that's what made me raise an eyebrow. I was like, that's a very strong, bold move to, or
Whoever
they just
that
want to
is,
get the joke out.
give them a thumbs up and just say this advice right here.
Yeah. It's
I
also
do want to see, though. I think it would be great if next season, American Idol, guy walks on stage. They say, "So, tell us who you are, why you're here." Says, "My name's Brian. About 6 months ago, my wife was fucking a really hot guy, and I started to sing, and they were both so overwhelmed with emotion that I
Became
decided
harder
to
than
change
ever.
my course in life, and here I am today to sing to you, wonderful people."
I sing
Buzzer, straight to Hollywood.
I sing modified fuck song lyrics to people who are into ethical multi-partner relationships.
Mm. I'm NC-17 Weird Al. Yeah.
we got a coworker one just to make sure we keep our
You
streak
just
alive.
have to wedge this in, don't you? Go ahead, do it.
I don't have to. It's just, these are things I come across as I'm, doing my thing. And
It's been a long time. Like let's find out exactly how this person's going to get fired.
hey, and listen, we've had some pretty unique ones. It started off with the boss, then it had a girl who was the front desk lady.
Security guard, sure.
So yeah, and so we've been dotting all over the map, and Anastasia Beaverhausen helped us out with one. So I, 23-year-old female, was interested in a 25.
Wait. First off, I love interrupting you. Second, Have either of you done their show yet?
Oh no. I don't think I'm wild. Have you listened to? Of course, we've all listened to their shows. I don't think I'm interesting enough to be on their show.
Dude,
Hands
I've
down.
heard your stories. You have stories.
I don't know what you're talking about. I redacted the podcast. That's funny. Damn, you're quick with that, Josh. That was you, right?
Listen, I'm not the only one doing other people's podcasts here. You got to get on it.
Oh no, I'll gladly do
Make
it.
your
I'll
favorite.
gladly do it. Yeah, actually, she texted me about an hour ago, just to say hi. But yeah,
Tell her hi.
Okay, we'll do. Actually, no joke. Actually, you know what I didn't do today?
Harass her to come on the show.
Yeah, bang. I do this every show, guys. All right. One day, a friend that works at my job told me that I would look cute and go together well with this guy at our job. I've never seen him or met his person, so I was confused about why she thought that. When work was over at my okay, guys, listen, I'm going to start adding words.
Just assume
Yeah.
it was typed on a phone and every
Yeah.
word is.
When work was over, I said I am tired. I was dozing off at the table over there. He laughed at that, and I stared and looked confused because why? After that, he started to interact with me by saying hi, bye, have a great day. I would just say hi, bye, and wave back, but he would also stare at me too. I don't why these things made me think that he was cute or have an interest in him, but it did. He always stared at me, which made me shy and just smile back. I told my friend I thought he was cute, and she said she would set it up. Eventually, she did talk him, and he told her he has a girlfriend of 2 years. I was fine with that, but it sucked though. After that, I kept it friendly and still had small interactions. But I found out by another friend that she didn't tell me everything she said. She told him that I liked him, which I did not in any way at all. He thought it was cute that I liked him and said he thinks I am cute and would talk to me if he didn't have a girlfriend. After that, I didn't. I'm sorry, guys.
This is
we're almost done.
This is
We're
TGI Fridays drama, is what it is.
Yeah, this is
the new
not,
server.
Yeah, I should have. This is a failure on Zaz's part.
This is a new server who has been thrust into a world of semi-teenagers and adults, and she doesn't like. She's like, and he likes me, and I liked him, but then he looked at me, and I didn't like. I hate to insult, but the problem here is, for who cares? He has a girlfriend. Move on.
I mean, the thing is, I don't want him thinking I was upset because he has a girlfriend. After work was over, he spoke to my friends, and they looked me, so I felt like he said something, but I don't know what yet. Maybe they will tell me or not.
What's the question?
Don't worry about it. Move on.
There was no question. There was none question. Even
Yeah,
if I added words in there where
that-
they were supposed to go, there was none.
Was there
question.
advice? Was it like
Yes,
did
there was.
anybody respond to it?
This was no. Nobody's responded to it because
Do
it
me a
was
favor.
4
Type
minutes
a
ago.
response. Type a
Okay,
response.
what are we doing? We're doing. All right. Okay. So what am I typing in? Was there a question?
Yeah. No. The
Type this.
Okay.
NAH.
nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
What should I do? What am I doing?
No. You would the one want for to be.
Okay. No, I'm not doing that because we don't know if there's something else going on behind the scenes. I don't want to be accused of, I don't know.
Is even he for girlfriend 2 years?
Yeah, do that.
And then ask him to call in.
I bet it gets another 1,000 upvotes. Yeah, have him call in. Actually,
Oh God, it hurts. Okay. What am I doing again?
Elon Musk.
Man. All right, I'm just gonna go away. I'm gonna go away.
You're allowed, but no. Has anybody responded to any messages yet? What the hell?
No, I know it's a weird Thursday. It's a weird Thursday.
Weird Al Thursday. Let's invent new cuckold lyrics. to
We
songs.
had so many guests that we just stopped taking calls. It's been like several shows since we've taken calls. Oh my god! Don't ever do that again. That hurts.
Ooh, wait. I got one we could all do. Like,
Well, what was the song that she mentioned?
it was by
Uh,
Foreigner.
Porter, I've been waiting for a girl like you.
I've been waiting for a guy like you to come inside my wife. I think was
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
good. We can get that.
Can we play that without getting in trouble?
No, we're not going to play it. We'll just bring up the lyrics and we can figure it out.
I'm trying to think.
There is one comment, but I can't see it.
I think
We all
there's gotta
kind
be-
of
there's-
this is the most amazing dead air ever. What's going on?
I'm just trying to think of lyrics to songs that we could turn into cuckold songs for this person. Like
Oh.
that would be something great to post. Like we just completely.
Yeah, help them out. Meet them halfway and help
Yeah.
out their kink. No, I like that. You know, building bridges. Or
going
I
with-
course in this.
I'm a loser, baby, but I'm a cuckold babe. Is
Mm.
something I'm a.
I guess that's debasing enough. Yeah,
That's not debasing. It's.
that's the whole
factual.
point, isn't that? Like part of the kink is like to be.
Well, I
you know-
want to give him something easier to sing too,
Yeah,
because I mean Beck's super easy to sing.
yeah.
All right,
Okay,
call
well,
in right now if you have a question about relationships. 412-254-4829. We're here to take your call. We'll answer. We'll give you help. If you want to even be on the show, we can give you the code to join us on cam if you're a real person and not our favorite prank caller. What the heck? We'll see what happens. But give us a call. Also, if you have an idea for a song that could be turned into, like, have the lyrics changed to be good for a cuckold to sing to his wife while her bull is pounding her like she deserves and makes them both happy, let us know what kind of song we can work with here. That lost us a viewer.
This starts with so long I've been looking too hard. I've been waiting too long. Sometimes
You're
I don't know
long.
what I will find. I only know it's a matter of time. You're long.
You're long. I've been looking. She's been needing it hard. I've been not very long.
We're asking people to call into a relationship show, and
Yes.
guys
We
are,
could have fun. It's all right.
all right.
Well, here, hold
Listen.
on. Let's do this the easy way. They already gave us the setup, right? I've been waiting for a guy like you to
To
come
come
into
inside my wife. Come
Okay.
inside my wife.
Been waiting for a
Alright.
guy like you. A bull.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm and my wife. Well, it's not surviving. Life don't work, right? So what do we? Oh, I'm just trying to figure out the rest of the chorus here.
Oh, I can't. It's can I make it maybe I'll just big in my screen.
I can do that too, I guess.
I got it. I've been waiting for a guy like you to come
I
inside my
wasn't
wife.
interested.
I've been waiting for a guy like you. Man,
Something wife, knife.
a cock that lasts all night.
Yeah,
All right,
okay,
man.
I like it.
Jeez. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so we got the chorus. The chorus is down. That was
Wait,
the easy
yeah.
part.
Are you writing this down or are we just saying it?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Just put it on
So-
I'll be
Instagram. 'cause
recorded,
apparently,
right?
everybody's just like always on Instagram. Like, apparently, that's what I learned today. If you want to get any information out there, just constantly hammer away at Instagram.
You're long. You've been looking so hard. She's been wanting it long. Sometimes I don't know who she will find. I only know it's a matter of time. Something like that, maybe. When you love my wife, it feels so right, so warm, so much goo. I don't need to know what she feels like too. Maybe I don't know where to go with that one. Wrong, strong, dong.
Maybe you bring in bring in the goo earlier. We go back up to verse 1. Sometimes I don't know what I'll find. I only I suck it out a load at one load at a time.
Well, then we're assuming he's like this is the guy to the bull mostly that he has to sing it to. So we don't know if the bull and the cuck interact.
Just emailing
but
somebody to see if they need
But
to
if the
help.
bull
X
leaves it
coming
in,
back. It's,
could the cuck suck it out afterwards though? That's what I
I
was
mean, he could. Yeah, I
Saying
mean, the cream pie
Yeah.
thing's huge.
Yeah.
Go and the X comes back and he's like, I don't know what to do, so maybe I should get some advice. So I'm gonna just email them.
You're really trying to get us off this. I see.
No,
Listen, Zaz wants to get us off, so let's let this go and let him.
Let's let Saz get us off, I guess.
Yeah. Has anybody even like said, "Hey,
No,
are you for real? Quit messaging
dead
me,
ass.
creepy bastards."
dead serious. I am literally. How many am I? You do have one message that's blowing up. People are like just chatting away. Oh, God
Oh,
damn.
the love channel. Post the link to the Twitch stream in there, because I can't. I've tried to leave that chat dozens of times and it won't let me leave. I say you go in there and just fucking, if they're not going to let me out, let's spam to it till they kick us out.
Done and done.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, I thought you said done. I thought it was done. What the fuck?
I mean,
Why are
as
you
in
lying
like
to me?
consider it done. Yeah, I just did it. You know I'm quick.
Find our show with your questions now. I'll type it out.
2, 3.
Yeah,
Alright.
just in case somebody's listening as well, 412-254-4829 is that number.
Oh, dude. My boyfriend chooses his Xbox and friends over me, 2020 female, and his kids, 3 and 7. Oof.
There's a lot of those. In fact, it's very hard sometimes when giving advice to not immediately jump on the gamer, because I think if you play a game for an hour or two a night and that's your wind down, and you're with somebody who doesn't like that, they don't understand game playing, they don't understand what it does for you, that 2 hours can seem like all night long. So I try not to make too many assumptions unless it's very specifically, and they list, because it's in a lot of posts, like, and all I see is he's just playing that damn game, and I'm like, yeah, that's what you see.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily with reality. So when I get a question where it's very specific about gaming, and they do it constantly from like the time they get home from school till 2 a.m. and they don't return text, if it's on that level, then yeah, it's worth answering it and getting involved with.
I was one time checking out at a grocery store, and the girl just nonchalantly was like, "All right, well, I hope you have a good day." And I just said, just randomly, "Yeah, can't wait to go back and play some Battlefield 4." Because I was getting snacks. That was my goal, was just to play for a couple, hours.
You were just getting
And it was like what's that?
You were just picking up some Mountain Dew and cigarettes.
Yeah.
Don't buy,
And
don't buy that Mountain Dew Call of Duty when you're playing another game, because it just rots your hands.
So her professionalism completely turned off, and she just like, and again, this is like a large grocery store. There's people in line behind me. I mean, this is not like where I don't know this person. And she goes, "What the hell is wrong with you guys?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?" Like, again, all I said was just walking out with my bags going, "I'm going to go play some Battlefield 4 or whatever." And she goes, and I go, "What's up?" And she's like, because I'm like now, sorry.
Just to be fair, were you carrying your new racial slurs handbook, or had you left that in the car? What's wrong? No? Okay. All right.
I have no idea where that was going. Sorry.
Online guys playing.
Oh, online. Yeah. Okay. No.
No, I didn't connect those dots.
I was like,
fine.
"What, dude?" Yes.
Understood.
No, I don't play
Alright.
Xbox. But that's the thing. Xbox players are generally known as terribly racist. Anyway, the point of it, dude,
Wait a minute.
I felt bad for leaving you
wait,
hanging,
wait,
but I was
wait,
like, I had no
wait,
idea where
wait.
you were going. I was like, where? I don't know where this is
What
headed,
did you
man.
say about my precious Xbox?
Yeah, I forgot.
Anyway,
about
let me
that.
wrap this up because
You stupid fucking Mick. I will slap you. You're
All
Irish, right?
Sure.
I'm Irish. I could say it. It's my people.
So
They're reaching for
anyway,
the one okay racial slur to get in there.
Dude, I had to fucking think real hard what won't get me canceled. Anyway, go ahead. So you turn around to this woman, you're like, what now?
Yeah, she just she was like, I literally said in front of like all these people, she goes, I could sit here and throw my booty in his face and he'll continue to play video games. It's like you guys just can't get away from it, even if I'm trying to throw down. And I was just like, at that point, I go, this sounds more like an issue with your, I don't know what I call it. I was like, your guy. But I was like, I'm never putting that over video games or putting video games above that any day. But yeah, like she just straight up was like out loud.
Were you single at the time?
No.
Oh man, because I'd been like, all right, how about you throw your booty in my face and we see what the fuck happens? Like,
yeah, right. I mean, let's go. Let's level up. But yeah, it was an interesting reaction because it was just a throwaway comment and it turned into a whole ordeal where literally everybody knew this lady's personal life, and it was just like, oh, I'm fascinated.
Was she attractive?
Isn't everybody in the Lord's eyes?
So she was a trog.
Isn't everybody in the Lord's eyes?
A chud, yeah.
It was just one of those things, and I felt bad. I really felt bad because it was, yeah. So like you said, people can really get addicted to some things, but some things can be misconstrued. This one is me and my boyfriend have been together since we were 17. I should have noticed the red flags, then ignored them. Example, even before we had,
she is?
Yeah, she's 22. He's 22.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's yeah. Even before we had our two kids, we would always go and do stuff with his friends, car meets, trading cars, wheeling, etc. I was never invited. Wheeling, yeah, four wheeling. We only did things alone, and it was always just at his house to watch him play Xbox and watch TV. Every once in a while, we would go do something, but not so often. Even after 5 years, I've only met like 3 or 4 of his maybe friends, and only a few times. 5 years and 2 kids later, there's no change. He goes to work straight to his friend, goes from work straight to his friends, or he comes home and instantly on the Xbox or on his phone all night. I haven't noticed our sex time has even went to maybe once a week. I caught girls on his phone, but never anything that shouts cheating instantly. I'm just sick of it. I'm home all day taking care of our 2 kids. Oh man, ages 3 and 7 months, while he's enjoying himself living free. I've lost every friend I had, while he hasn't lost any. Wow.
That's the difference.
I was gonna say you might have been hitting that. Oh, you're right. I should expand my camera. I'm also scared of being a single mom. I'm scared of being judged by the whole thing is embarrassing for me. I've told him how done I am, but never have it in me to actually suck it up and leave. Ladies, they never grow up. This isn't how I want my life to be forever, but I'm just tired. If you were me, how would you leave? I am a SAHM,
Stay-at-home mom.
A stay-at-home mom, and well done. And don't have an education since I got pregnant right out of high school. I won't make enough money to even support my kids. How can I get more involved with this?
First off, he will make enough money to support your kids. That's what the divorce part is about. It's unfortunate, and I don't necessarily agree that guys have to, but he has to take care of his kids. You're going to have to get a job somewhere and support them too. And it's not going to be the best and most optimal situation for your kids, which is why my actual advice is sit down and talk with him and tell him what's going to happen. Have a conversation. Don't make it an argument. Say, your constant game playing and not being involved with me or the family is hurting me. It's hurting our relationship. It's hurting our family. And if you don't do something about it, and that includes going to therapy, going to marriage counseling with me, and working on it to be a present and active member of this family, of this community, then I'm going to leave you. If you tell me right now that you're not going to do that, we will start the divorce proceedings right now. And she has to mean it. She has to stick through it, but she has to give him a chance and let him know that he needs to change, or she's now at that point where she's done. And but I mean, it's a marriage, and there are kids involved. You have to at least put the therapy and that you want to. If she wants to try, if she's already gone, then therapy is not going to change her mind either. If but I say try, give it a shot. If the fact that she hasn't left yet means that there's still something holding her back, find out what that is. Therapy is good for fixing relationships as it's for prepping you to end the relationship. If she reaches that divorce point, the lawyer will tell her how she's going to take care of her kids and herself in the future.
Yeah.
Talk to a lawyer.
She did reach out. Unfortunately, she's very busy because obviously she's taking care of 2 kids. I put her contact information in her chat so we can reach out after the show. She said maybe we could schedule a time or something.
Cool. Send
so
her the link to the recording like afterwards, or like this show on YouTube, and say, hey, we did answer your question on air, but feel free to message back if there's more to add.
Yeah.
I'll absolutely talk to her.
Yeah.
And is there another part to this where the biggest
friends?
Well, the biggest
sorry,
part
go
of the problem isn't that he is spending time with friends. Okay, that is a part of the other problem, which is yes, that she doesn't have friends anymore, that she doesn't have outside of the house time. So the problem isn't that he is doing these things. That is a part of it, certainly. But
yeah, especially if he's
she
doing
needs-
it to the point
she
where
needs
she
that
can't
freedom
go out with
too.
her friends. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but she needs to have that freedom, and she would feel a lot better, I think. I mean, it sounds from the way that this is worded, if she got some of that time away as well, and she had her own friends, and he needs to take away from the time that he's using doing video games, doing his friends, to give her that time, as well as
Sure.
more time for them to spend together. So he's going to need to give up 2/3 of that time. A third of that should go to the 2 of them being together, and a third of that should be allowing her to live a life outside of the house as well.
Absolutely agree. She needs. One of the chapters of my book, when I write it down, and I've said this a lot while giving advice, is a good relationship cannot survive in a vacuum. That means you have to have friends. He has to have friends. You have to have couple friends that come over. It's how you learn. So a husband makes a mistake and he tells the other husband, I did this, don't do that. Or, hey, I've noticed you've been calling your wife bitch a lot lately. And I know you mean it as a joke, but it's probably going too far with her. So like, you need people to help you in a relationship. You all learn together. You become better couples. You become better people. I'm not saying just couples. Having single friends in your life also adds to it as well. They're seeing stuff from their perspective, and they could all add. A relationship cannot survive in a vacuum. She needs friends. She needs to be friends with some of his friends. They need common, like couple friends. You have to build this network, because I've seen couples that do nothing but stay at home, and they're nothing but each other's lives. And it's very hard because they can't even communicate usually after some point, no matter how well they might get along and not fight. There's that we are so out of touch in so many ways with each other and the rest of the world because they didn't continue to work on the social skills. So yeah, it's I need to expand on that a lot more, and I need to actually research and dig into it. But your advice is absolutely right. She needs to get out. I mean, what story is she going to tell him? How was your day? I did the same thing I did yesterday with the same kids and the same house, and everything was exactly the same. She needs to go out and like have a girls' night out. She needs to go out and go see a concert. She needs to have a life so she can come back. Oh my God, at the show tonight, the lead singer fell off the stage. Have a story, like something to add that you can both have, say something. I've been in relationships where we did everything 100% together, and you run out of things to talk to. Like, you remember that one time? Yeah, I was there. I was there.
Yeah, but after that, nope. Still, yep.
Yeah, I was there, and that's not what happened. That's the worst. I know that's what you saw, but no. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And she might really be headed for divorce, but if she is, she needs to find out and make it happen sooner than continuing to waste her life and be more miserable. She's still in her dating prime. If she's single, there's every indication in the world that she has. Yeah, I don't say you don't have time after 40, after 50, after 60. Your dating pool gets smaller after a certain time. It's just because more people pair up and more people find a relationship that works, and they're no longer in the single pool. Around 24 to 34 is when she wants to be single, if she's going to be single again. That's just from a practical standpoint. If she wants to get in another relationship, she might never want another relationship, and I wouldn't blame her. Yeah, a good answer. Thanks for joining, Jess. That was really good points. Yeah, the friend thing, I'm glad you went back on it because I forgot to address it. She needs friends, and he needs to give her time. Whatever he has to give up to do it, too bad. Like, I'm sorry, but that's part of being a partner. You have to give as well as get.
Yeah, and that shit snowballs too. What you were bringing up about the, well, how did your day go? Well, it was the same thing. And then he thinks, well, she never adds to the conversation. And she's going, "Hey, can you stop telling me about stuff that happened outside? Like, I want to talk about like this." And they both
I'm a prisoner
get upset with
here.
each other, and then they're fucking it all adds up and gets bigger and messier and more awful. And no, cut it off someplace, and you should both have a life. And everything you said, there should be a mix of friends across the board and ways to connect better. And
I've learned so much from my friends, and hopefully they've learned some things from me. I'm one of the oldest relationships in my friend group, so there's the man. You've lasted over 20 years. How'd you do it? I learned a lot, and there are other people that I learned from as well. Like, you know what? Maybe check in more often. Like a lot of the philosophy and stuff I give in advice and on the show is built on having observed friends, their mistakes, their wins, their advice to me that worked or didn't work, all the things. It's a learning experience. A relationship requires constant feeding, maintenance, and checking in. You don't just, I'm married, we're done, I'm gonna go play games now, bye. Doesn't work, won't work. Somebody will be very unhappy, probably you at the very end. And hey, you know what? Let your husband watch this show. Let him watch this clip. And have him call in. Have him talk to me. What can he do? How can he make it better? I'll be glad. And I'm not anti him. I think he found a very easy path that he's willing to continue because he's not sure. I think if he realizes that it is causing actual harm and pain to his wife, if he's a good husband, he will work very hard to change it. If he's not a good husband, if he's not a good person, he doesn't care about her, he wants to divorce, whatever it might be, then there's going to be a different result. But I think most people respond after they hear you're hurting me.
If all else fails, send us his gamer tag.
Yeah, we'll just jump on a line all the time and kill him.
In Minecraft.
If he's in Fallout 76, I'm gonna murder death him so hard.
Oh man, if he's in Battlefield
I would just follow
4,
him all day with
over.
nukes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys want another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Oh, you want me to do it? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I thought you did.
Things that were funnier in my head before I, said them out loud. That's one of them. That's one of them. All right, we started off. Let's go.
Sorry, I just thought of a horrible joke we can do after the show.
Oh wow! Wait, what's this one?
I already did that one.
25th birthday for a 24 female from 25-year-old male under 3 weeks of casual dating. Oh, birthday gift ideas. Let's move on.
Is it gift ideas? You want to throw a party?
Well, okay. Birthday gift for somebody under a month of casual dating.
Okay. I thought I heard the word party for some reason.
No.
See, these are also hard. You know her. We don't. Like, I could tell you to get her a pony and she could be allergic to horses.
That'd be hilarious. I'm sorry. I don't want that to happen, but at the same time, boy, that would be really funny. I got you a bunch of milk.
I do have an answer. I do have an answer, and I think you're both going to agree. The best gift to give somebody that you've just recently started dating, who's having a milestone of some sort. Hand job?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Would be similar. It's an experience. Take them to your favorite place. Take them a weekend vacation. Give them an experience, an amusement park, even something that you haven't done together.
Factory.
The Xbox Factory, yes. Listen, honey, I'm going to show you my favorite place in all the world.
This is the metaverse.
Give an experience.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. Whatever. Yeah, great.
Here's a Steam card. I'll see you. I'll see you in my Minecraft server. So yeah, give an experience. Take her somewhere. It doesn't have to be food or dinner or a movie. Like, make it somewhere interactive. Your favorite hiking trail. The place that you think is the most beautiful place on earth that you want to share with her. Take her to where you grew up if it's a nearby town. Whatever it is, say this is part of me that I want to share with you, or this is something that I think you'd like. You said you really love flowers. Let's go to the Arboretum. Is that where they do flowers? Find, if you've learned something she likes, and maybe you've talked to her about, I've always wanted to do that. Well, now's the time to let her do that. Doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, it shouldn't be expensive that early on, but it's a birthday. You could go a little bit higher than $20. And yeah, give that, like, prove that you've listened to her or show her that you want her to know you better or something brand new. I think experience is the way to go versus here's a diamond ring.
Did they say when the birthday was?
Oh, don't be Christmas.
I was just gonna say Ninja Turtles comes out next Wednesday. You go there.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we're still here.
No, okay, yeah, okay. People that sext others while in relationships. Do you still love your SO? I am 25-year-old female and my 30-year-old male, married for 4 years, together 7. Married 4 years, together 7. Okay, that's a new one. Hey guys, sorry for any errors as I'm writing on mobile. Yeah, Daniel, you talked about that earlier. I never expected to post
Some
here.
people are good at it.
I'm in pain. It's a heavy start. So I recently caught my husband sexting other women. Okay, well, there we go. That's I already know where this is headed. I took photo evidence just in case he tried to gaslight me. To be honest, finding this out gutted me, and I'm shaking.
We're not going to
writing
hear
this.
how she found out, right?
I hope so. It's like 3 paragraphs. So
All right, go.
to be honest, finding out gutted me, and I'm shaking writing this right now, hiding in the bathroom. Oh, geez. When I confronted him, he told me that these women didn't mean anything to him and that it's like porn to him. Then he deleted them afterwards. He then said he loves me most and is happy with me, and this was a mistake. He said he had only done this when he wanted to jerk off. What hurt the most is when I saw pictures they exchanged. They looked nothing like me. They were much prettier than me, and he complimented them with words he said to me.
Oh yeah, you can't use your shit like this is your wife, man. You can't reuse your lines. You cannot do it.
He keeps telling me this is he loves me so much. I was pregnant before losing our losing our baby, and I gained weight from grief. He would hold me and kiss me while whispering sweet nothings for comfort. I'm so well taken care of by him, and others told me that he is caring to me, that when he sees me, it looks like he's in love. I just don't know. I'm a mess. I want to know other viewpoints that are similar to this. Can you be in love with your SO but still look at others?
Yes. Sex has nothing to do with love. He wants a different kind of sex. He wants more attention of a different kind. He wants to feel like he could be attractive to women who even you think are more attractive. That's what he wants. It doesn't mean he doesn't love you. In fact, he probably loves you very much, and he's probably very sincere about never talking to them or never planning on meeting them. The sending the nudes back and forth, that's crossing another line. Like that's like, hey, I'm sexting somebody, but then you involve something that's not, you know what I mean? That goes too far. It goes further. What he originally did went too far. I think he absolutely could still love her. Love has nothing to do with sex. A guy can be completely in love with somebody, put his dick in someone else, and never talk to them again. Like it's hard to take, and it's hard to understand if you've never had sex without love. But that's not the thing I want to talk about here. He cheated. He doesn't have to fuck anybody to cheat. He cheated. He knew what he was doing was wrong and that you wouldn't approve of it. He hid it from you. However you found it, I suspect snooping. It doesn't change the fact, yes, you did something bad too, but he cheated. He broke the rules of the relationship. What you guys need to do is, first off, yes, he loves you, and yes, you can make it work, and yes, you can overcome this. It's going to involve a lot of work that you have to do as well as him. It's not, yes, it's unfair. He did the major mistake. He's going to have to do a lot of work. He's more than, you have to go to marriage counseling at this point. The way you're shaking in the bathroom after what you found, it's clearly very upsetting. It's a traumatic thing. You're going to have to work through it, and you're going to have to find a way to forgive him, because you have to forgive him to continue the relationship. It sucks. You have to be at the point where a year from now, however long, hopefully it doesn't take longer, you get into an argument about something completely unrelated and you don't bring up the fact that he cheated. That kind of forgiving, that kind of moving on. It's something you have your argument with. He can't take it back. He can't change it, and you've moved on. You might need a therapist to get to that point. I'm not telling you to go to a therapist, but I would stress to go and find out if you can move on and forgive. You might not be able to do this alone. He might not be able to fully express what happened or why what he plans to change, or what real changes he needs to make in himself to not do this sort of thing again. I suggest, I will put forth that I actually believe he does love you. He didn't cheat because he doesn't love you. He didn't cheat to pretend to be with a hotter woman so much as it's fantasy. He's trying to, if he's going to have a fantasy jerk off, he's going to make it the best thing he can imagine. So he's going to find somebody that objectively even you think is very pretty. So yeah. And again, I'll go back. I said this earlier in the show. It would be very weird if he sexted and jerked off to somebody who looked exactly like you. Like if you had a twin sister and he was jerking off to her pictures, that's weird. So move on from it not being you. Move on from you gaining weight for any reason. It's and I feel for you having lost a child and going through this, but do not put any of this on you, on your body, on anything that happened to you or how anything. This is not your fault. It is him screwing up, him breaking the rules, him cheating. You can move past it. I do believe he loves you, and I believe you need to go to therapy. Marriage counseling, marriage therapy. But yeah, you can move on. You can fix this. A lot of relationships survive infidelity and last, until they're old and one of you dies type relationships. You can have that still with him. You have to work on it and you have to talk about it and not fight about it. You're going to fight a couple more times, I'm sure. But you have to work to the point where you talk about it and you move on and you forgive and you find new understanding. Guys, anything?
No, I had nothing to add. I mean, I think you nailed it. I was just a bit being a bit semantic, I guess, but I don't know. I'm always thrown off with the classification, the cheating, and that's not to say that I'm disagreeing with you. Just that I don't know if I would consider it cheating so much as just a major violation of trust.
Well, that would be a cheat. Well, so cheating, the way
Sure,
I use it is you can cheat at Monopoly and keep all your clothes on, right? Cheating is breaking the rules. It's always been breaking the rules. We always tend to use it towards fucking. And then like when we start doing that, we find ways to argue around it and we equivocate's the wrong word. I've been using it wrong my whole life. We find ways to work our way around it. Well, I didn't technically put my dick in or add a rubber on. Like little things like that. Like it wasn't me. I was drunk. The cheating is breaking the rules.
Semantics that I'm doing as well. And again, I'm not disagreeing with you, and I get why you would say that. I was considering at the end there, and that's why I didn't have anything else to add immediately.
I just want to answer where I come to and why I do that. Because snooping on someone's phone is cheating. And I've said that a lot of times, and people get very mad at me. They're like, wait, but he's actually cheating. He put his dick in someone else. I'm like, however, breaking the rules is breaking the rules. If you invade someone's privacy and you're not supposed to, that's breaking a rule. If you And again, it goes from light things to big things, but it's as soon as you break that rule, I call it cheating, and it just helps me answer questions better, and it helps me get to the core and the black and white things. Did you break a rule? Yes. Did he break a worse rule? Absolutely. That's the real problem here. But you're still gonna have to address what you did. You can't snoop through someone's phone, catch them dead to rights, and never talk about what you did too. You're gonna fight about the big thing, like he cheated, he did this, he had 3 different girlfriends, whatever you argue about. You still are going to get back to also, you did something shitty too. It's always there. It's not going to be something you don't talk about. So acknowledge it outright. Be honest about what you did. Be ready to talk about it later. But obviously talk about the big thing more. That's the big problem going on. You might have to worry about the trust issues that you didn't have that made you snoop. But yeah, I know you. I see Zaz getting ready to say, no. But go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to take this in. I'm like, honestly, and I'm not even kidding when I say this. I want to do a tier list of what you consider like what the highest echelon of like trust breaking. It's not me. There's a 10
I have an
commandments
idea of it, but it's what the other person thinks. If you're in a swinging relationship and your wife goes and fucks someone else,
that was slick. Okay, yeah,
and your wife goes and fucks someone else, but the rule she broke was she didn't tell you first. She told you immediately after. You know what I mean? Like there's so many gray areas. It has to be what you think is worse. Like the fact that she didn't tell me till after is way worse than her fucking someone else. Is absolutely something that happens to swingers. So, but go ahead, Josh. What were you going to say?
Let me add in something that we talked about a couple episodes ago. Would your advice change at all in this situation here if instead of real people, he had been sexting with an AI?
Yeah. It would. That, in my mind, and again, it's up to her. She'll have to discuss it, and they'll have to have that conversation about that's against my rules. And it's so new that I wouldn't expect a couple married right now If they were married 20 years, 5 years, 1 month, it doesn't matter. It is such a new technology and such a new invasive thing in our lives that most people haven't discussed it and what the rules are. Is it okay for you to generate images of the hottest 19-year-old girl it possible that, you know, also has my face? Like, everybody has different rules. It's unfortunate most people haven't had these discussions yet. And maybe on this show, we could start opening up some of that. I would say it's up to them. For me, it's not a problem at all. If my wife makes an AI boyfriend and whatever, you know, I'm okay with it. You go have fun. It's a computer. I don't really care. Just use incognito mode. So like, I don't.
What if she named it Zazzrazuz though?
I would really urge her to seek help. Yeah.
What if she named it Zazzrazuz and you had to sing Foreigner while she was giving birth?
Little known fact, I love Foreigner. I would sing that to
You
AI
would.
Zaz. No, I think, again, it's up to the people. Like, my opinion is it's less offensive. It's not a real person. There is zero chance you're going to meet them. There's zero chance you're going to end up giving them money. Hopefully, I don't know what the technology is going to be. Giving them your bank account and finding other ways to violate what you've built as a couple. It's going to be a conversation that a lot of couples moving forward are going to have to start talking about.
We're gonna like make a full circle thing on the whole red pilled phrase.
Don't even use that word on here. Like, first off, I've never looked into it because it just sounded so fucking stupid and ridiculous. I'm like,
Well, but
nah.
wasn't it based on the Matrix and the pills, the scene there? Wasn't that the idea?
I think those
I
are
think
that's
that's-
stories, Josh, and I wish we'd respect that.
Yeah.
Well, so now I'm saying if you want to meet your AI girlfriend, you have to get into the Matrix. We could take the phrase back.
All right, I'm buying an Oculus Rift.
Actually, I have one right here if you want it.
I actually don't. You know how much I love Facebook? I don't want to put it on my face. Like, I don't get. Like, I get.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I have a story I'll tell you after the show today. Josh got to
Speaking
hear
of after the show, we've reached our 90-minute mark. I understand we don't have any callers, and I would hate to start reaching out to people, and we're going to quit soon. So we don't have a caller now. Nobody's signed up. That's okay. Hopefully we get some people watching the show afterwards or the clips we make out of it. And I hope everybody has a great night. I say we get out of here, guys.
All right, guys. Take
Yeah,
care.
it was a fun show. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. Good
Bye.
discussion. See ya. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bok, bok.